Hello everyone, Grimith here, and welcome to a special request sort of Civ 4 quick playthrough. This will be a quick game. I don't expect for this to take too long. Fulfilling a request written by somebody on my channel comments, MimMe999. I actually realized that I wasn't the only one who received this sort of comment, although my name was copy-pasted in, so I appreciated it. Comment reads, "Hi Grimith, thanks for all the Civ 4 vids. I mostly play on Noble and Civ 4. Really like to see you play a game on Noble and see how fast you can win with a gold start. Standard map, permit alliances, for barbs on. Just so I can understand how much better you are than me. I usually win between 1700 AD to 1900 AD and get a bad score. Before we begin, just a little quick note, score should not be the determining factor of fun. I actually am not too much of a fan of it. I'm with some old strategy gamers here who disapproved of, like old Master of Orion, for instance, didn't have a score. You play the game, you play it the way you want to, and you have fun. And so many strategy games, like Civilization or Galactic Civilizations, Master of Orion 2, they add score to them, and it's like people compete for score instead of trying to enjoy the. I guess, it gives something for competitive players to look forward to, but then you have people who keep going score, 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 instead of looking for funsies. That's not the sort of player I am. I'll whine and gripe about scores sometimes whenever I play. That's because, it's something to do, but it's not a big deal. Have fun with it. But I posted a reply on my channel. I referred to the Voltron Army education topic I made regarding Civilization 4. Maybe I could provide another link to that in this video. Yeah. I did a Noble game on there, and I did a Prince game on there, and I started a Monarch game on there. Eventually I'll get around to finishing it, but that's when I started recording these things, and as it turns out, not many people are attracted by screenshots and text. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's pretty fucking explanatory. Now, in these series, I really haven't done a good job of going thoroughly and laboriously through something. Explaining shit. To an extent, I've done that in Hugh Dawson's We Need Educations videos. I recorded another set with him today, earlier on, just to, I guess, teach him a bit more, as well as some other folks about the game. But I figured, I'll go ahead and play a Noble game. It won't take that long. And along the way, maybe you folks will learn something. I don't think many people will watch this series. Folks who are burned out of Civilization 4 from me, probably not going to be interested. Folks who are, fucking playing on Noble. Yeah. Now, I do understand that many of you folks who do play the game can't, you have difficulty with the Noble AI, and that's because you don't understand the game mechanics. I'm here to show you how you can win, and quite quickly. I do believe it will be quick, on a Pangea map script. You can check my settings out here. Grimith of Egypt. I handpicked Hatshepsut for this one, just to make this go quickly and smoothly and show how powerful it could be. And I wanted to make sure I got a gold start. I would prefer gems. And as it turns out, the first start I rolled ended up being the one I'll use because I had gold. And the starting Big Fat Cross. No huts, no events, that's how I play. Permanent alliances are on. I don't expect the game to last that long, and obviously barbs are on. And JLOC level, and there's a total of 7 rivals. So, 8 total players on this map. I handpicked those as well. Not going to be folks who would challenge me on a Noble map, but on an Immortal map, these guys would be difficult. Almost all of them. I think all of them are competent AI compared to some of the others. And threatening. So let's get on with this. I'll show you guys my start now. This is why I didn't need to re-roll. Are you fucking kidding me? Double wet corn, one of its riverside, gold tile nearby, and all of these hills. Obviously, you settle here. I don't usually advocate settling on grassland hills, but considering how many hills are around here, that's the best fucking choice. I don't feel like compelled to move any way at all, and you could settle here if you really wanted to on the spice. No. Why? Move off the hill, you still consume a turn. There's no need to. So, go ahead and unpause the game. And there's no need for me to move my warrior first. I don't need to. I know where I'm going to settle, right here. And the start even looks better, although sugar won't be, its best, most useful until calendar, so it'll be great. Now here's what you should do in these situations. Your most important resource in the beginning between food, hammers, and commerce is food. That's it. You pick food. Do what you can do to improve your food first. In most cases, that's a worker. Sometimes it's a workboat. In a few situations on the maps you roll, a worker will not be your best pick. Sometimes your worker really won't have a lot to do. You might just have like one fucking plains count, a whole broken aspect, and that's fucking it. Which is a damn shame. In this situation, bronze working is a clear, undeniable choice. Because in order for me to get production rolling in any places but these two farms, I will need bronze working to clear out an amazing amount of hills in my capital. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus the one I settled on for 8, although it has no material use now. I'm going to have a lot of food. Both of these farms will give me a total of 12 food. Each farm will support, like for example, I farmed this. This farm supports these 2 mines. This farm supports 4 grassland hills. 1, 2, 3, 4, making them food neutral. You farm this, that supports that hill, and then, you know, have an additional 2 food to spare. Won't be cottaging here, courtesy of all of the, you know, basically farms and mines, but this will be a great production city. Now, one thing you'll want to take advantage of, noble is the difficulty at which you and the AI are most equal to each other in terms of the game mechanics. They have no skills or abilities above you. They don't start with any additional units or techs. It's all equal and even. Now, the AI does have its fucking map hack abilities where it can sense wherever shit is at any given time. But in exchange for that, you have your human abilities, which is to basically put something in gear and fucking do it. The AI is worse at managing its cities than you ever will be. Another gold right there. Another corn. Gems. Oh, hell yes. That's what I want to see. I prefer gems over gold. No exception. Gems are usually in grass areas that provide food. Gold, not so much. And another city site over here with another riverside corn. Gorgeous. Alright, Zara is the first AI that we meet. Zara starts with a relatively pleasant attitude towards the human player. He is creative and organized. You saw me use him in my multiplayer game. Zara can expand amazingly quick. At both creative and organized, he is a threat, both in the early game and the late game. He also tends to be a bit of a zealot. He'll found an early game religion, and he'll go from there. Now, something to discuss about early game religions, in almost all cases, don't found them. Unless you're going for a very specific strategy that involves those, don't found religions. Don't do it. Not early game ones. Your priority is focusing on food. Work your special tiles. Don't go pursuing religions. Whenever you pursue religions, you pretty much take them off the table. And you prohibit the AI from founding them and building missionaries for them and spreading them. So don't do it. It's not a good idea. Okay, now our next tech is bronze working. If I have copper nearby, that'd be great. After bronze working, though, I'm actually going to take a gamble here and try for animal husbandry, because I want to look for horses. I don't have any agricultural resources nearby except for that, but I want to showcase one of the powerful features of the Egyptian Empire, the war chariot. Now, I didn't discuss this that much, because I am kind of sort of trying to go through this, make it a quick game. Egyptian's unique abilities, especially Hatshepsut, she's spiritual and creative. Spiritual is very useful, so is creative. Both solid traits. My favorite leader in the game is Ramses, who is spiritual and industrious, but for this situation, I don't plan on building wonders. Oh man. Whoo. Some good tiles we got here. Why the fuck can't I see these on fucking immortal difficulty? Why the hell do I... fucking bears. I don't want to go out there to face him. focus my espionage on Zara, although I plan on kicking his ass. So yeah, so basically Zara has, Star starts with a scout. So he'd have to build a defender, he doesn't start with fucking archery. He's got his warrior right there. I think the AI might start with like a warrior and no. Well, I don't know. I think he just built that first and foremost because his city grew to 3. Yeah, he doesn't start with any unique advantages above me. So he had to build that thing first, which slows him down. So we're going to go ahead and farm. Notice how we're farming the riverside corn first because of the additional commerce on the tile. See? Additional coin there? Do it. So food does matter first. Hammers come second. Commerce comes last. But if you can afford to work the additional commerce to ease your way through the tech tree, do so. Workers done. Warrior is next. Why warrior? Well, we want the warriors to scout out around the map, see what more needs to be done, and we want them to, we want to allow our city to grow. Mehmed of the Ottoman Empire. Mehmed is expansive and organized. He can become a weed himself, making a huge empire. Mehmed also builds a huge military. Despite not being that much of a warmonger, in my opinion, he builds as many units as Shaka would. Mehmed is dangerous, and he's a great techer, at least in my experiences. Which is why I've added him to the map as well. He's certainly far more dangerous than Solomon. Expansive and organized, creative and organized. By the way, folks, just so you know, organized trumps financial. End of story. Don't fucking, no discussion. Organized, greater than sign, financial. And right, since I'm spiritual, I'll just fucking adopt the civics whenever I want. You guys want a more detailed explanation of that? It's hard to really give a thorough explanation. Well, right for me since I'm moving right along. But, organized will earn you more money in the long run through its savings and through what you can do with it by building, say, courthouses and factories quicker, and lighthouses too, than you will net with financial. Financial is an overrated trait in this game, and I've noticed many people who think, oh, that's cheating to adopt that. It's not. It's a good trade. But I would take several traits. I would take creative, spiritual, organized, industrious, my favorite trait over that. And I think those are the 4. I don't think I'd take charismatic over that. Go ahead and work on that farm as well. Like I said, improve your food first, allowing your city to grow quickly. And notice how Thebes is working the sugar here, because it is a superior tile. I don't need any fucking floodplains. It's great. The only way this could be better is if, all the tiles were riverside, so I were netting additional commerce. Looking around here, he doesn't exactly have the ability to build a worker first, so it's not like I have one to poach right away. It's something you can aim for in early difficulties too. Now notice how close we are. This would be a danger. This all appears to be coastal. I presume it's coastal over here too, judging by that. Which means I'm trapped on a peninsula here, and my only way out is through Zara. Keep that in mind, folks. The only way I have to go out, if you are trapped in this situation in a higher difficulty, or whatever difficulty you're most experienced with, you have to understand this. Zara right here is trapping you. His borders will be creative and he will expand, and you won't be able to get out unless it's through him. In this situation, you have to understand that you will be going to war. And notice that since Zara is creative like me, his borders pop at the same time. Really quick to get that third border pop. Is it a third? No, it's a second. With a creative sieve right there in turn 25. Meaning that if I were try to poach a worker or something, it won't be as easy. But I suspect that a worker would appear by that corn tile to improve anything else. Not like I don't think I could poach it, but still. So yeah, animal husbandry is next. Afterwards, what do we do now? Do we go for the sugar and start farming that? I don't think so. We can chop whenever we please. I think the next thing I'm going to do is build a mine on this gold and then road it to Thebes. So let's do that. First warrior is done. After that, do we build another worker? I think so. I'm going to go for an early game worker here. I certainly do have the food to support it, but I don't have the tiles to support 3 population. Notice how I'm still working an unimproved tile. This is why I'm electing to do it. So let's get more information on the map, just to confirm that where I am is coastal. I will head off this way. You know, I could be wrong. My analysis. Also, I'm still using the bug mod, by the way, folks. This is a very useful tool for both new and veteran players, basically folks who can, you know, sacrifice that CPU speed that you noticed that I lost in the Wayne Khan game. With it, there are features that you can monitor easily without having to check through the fucking menus. Makes your games go much quicker, while still maintaining a good level of information. Surya Varman's also in this game. You guys have heard me explain him before, and if you've watched all my series thus far, he has certainly proven himself to be a danger. Can also expand quickly like a weed. Horses, right there. Gorgeous. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, so where do we go from here? What am I going to need? Mysticism? Unnecessary. Masonry? No. What I'm going to need is pottery. Why will I need pottery? I don't plan on building cottages. Not necessarily. I do plan on some, and I have some jungle around here, but I'll research that later. The problem is that whenever you do early game attacks, you have to recover your economy. Pottery is very useful to serve in that role. I'm thinking a city here would probably be for the best, although it doesn't look like I'll have any hills. Whatever, we'll see over there. And that bear vanished. I presume he went over that way. I'll stay away from him. Okay. Alright, wow. Look at that. We do have our hill after all. Also have access to the coast like I thought we would, as well as a cow resource. Beautiful. That city is a strong location. Start roading there. That'll give me an additional +1 happiness in my capital. Alright. I really can't see that far due to all the forest, unfortunately. So I guess I won't be poaching a worker from Zara until I kill him. So let's worry about that, huh? Now with that done, the next thing we are going to do is... I want to build my settler right away. City's going to grow next turn. Yeah, I'll let the city grow. I'm going to make settling here a priority. And on that note, move here and start roading that space. Thebes will grow to size 4. And now I have a happy cap of 6. Observe. Now I do have, you know, additional unhappiness due to lack of military protection. I'm working on it, folks. I'm going to build a warrior there, and I'll probably build another warrior and then work on a settler. And to get him out, I'm going to start chopping. Chop, 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 chop. The gold, and Shaka Zulu. Shaka's not that dangerous in the late game unless he gets rolling with a lot of vassal states. If he gets a lot of land. But in the early game, especially if Shaka were in the position that Zara is, Shaka would be very dangerous. I got a personal message from someone regarding how they've been screwed over by Shaka before on Noble Difficulty, basically trapped by him, and they didn't know what to do with his MPs. Aggressive. Flex your advantage in being the human player and plotting to do something. On Noble Difficulty, the AI starts with no advantages. You all are on an equal playing field. Ironworking is next. Yeah, I could actually go for a early horseback riding, completely forego the war chariots here. And keep that in mind, folks, I certainly could do that. With the gold there, you can afford to do shit like that. You don't have to, like, fucking pursue an oracle strategy. Let me take a look here. For those of you who've never seen war chariots in action before, this is what they look like. They are chariots, and they upgrade to knights. They're immune to first strikes. They don't receive defensive bonuses. They can withdraw from combat, 10% chance. And they have a 100% attack versus axes. Horse archers, on the other hand, they're also immune to first strikes. They have an additional 20% chance of victory. They cost 20 more hammers, though. For 1 additional strength point and a 10% additional withdrawal chance, you know, they're good against catapults. And they have flank attacks as well. That axeman ability, though, is pretty spiffy. Really, spears are your threat against mounted units. But, chariots go quicker. However, you note in this situation, I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult for me to tech horseback riding. And, how long will it take me to set up this city and work those horses? That would actually be enough time for me to set up horseback riding. You need archery for that as well. Am I actually going to go that far? Nah. The other thing I'm going to do here then is, instead of teching ironworking, because I won't need that whenever I head north, what I would do here in this situation is probably tech riding as well. This is just such a strong start. I'm not used to this. It's like, I'm not geared towards handling this. This is amazing. Amazingly gorgeous. I'm loving it. Oh man, are you kidding me, game? Wow. I guess another city right here to work those tiles. Cottages all around. Wow. This is a lot of grassland. I apologize for my lack of words. It's just beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Let's just go ahead and end the turn here. I mean, I don't have a need for that commerce right now. My second city will be from here. And it's not great on production, but it does get me my horses. And I don't see a better location that would, like, give me more hills other than that one. And I'll have some forests. You can chop shit out. Shaka's the first person to found a city. Don't be threatened by the AI and it's quickly founding cities, particularly on higher difficulties. You know, in this situation, you know, you might be a little pissed off, like, fuck you, game. I mean, look. Shaka, whatever. Whatever, indeed. Alright, so that chop, easily finished that warrior. I do want to grow next turn, though. There we go. Micro your cities. There we go. That takes care of that. So I'm size 5, and I'm working straight on what I wanted to there. Now, the next thing I should probably do is work on building a road. Because that would be fucking handy. So I'm going to have to wipe both our good old friend here, Zara, and then sweep around to nail Shaka. Even in this situation, Shaka is pretty much in a position where he could wall you off. You don't have a lot of land. You could get to a good amount of cities here. I mean, 1, 2, 3. You'd have 1 down there, I presume. And, so it'd be 4. You count your capital, 5. You squeeze 1 in here. Yeah. If Zara weren't there, you could get to your cities. But you'd still have to deal with Shaka, so you'd probably want to rush him early anyway. Writing's useful for the libraries and allowing you to run scientists to recover your economy, if you need to. With all this commerce around, though, and especially since it's on noble difficulty, I don't foresee having much of a problem. Gonna go ahead and mine this tile? Yeah, mine this tile. Make a slight improvement over the spice. And look how much commerce I'm getting, folks. I'm shredding the early game tech tree. I'm amused, like, you know, you like ask for like a gold start. It's the gold in the beginning of the game really is handy. I'd rather see gems, but gold's pretty sweet. And with that early game commerce, it allows you to do great things. Definitely. Gotta go ahead and send this guy here in the hopes the fucking, you know, bear. Oh, good. So what do I tech now? Mathematics? To chop out my shit quicker? This is nuts. Let's go ahead and open borders. This is to improve my relations with the AI. I mean, I guess I can just completely forgo my usage of war chariots. Considering the start, I guess I'll build horse archeries? Really? 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 Hey. I don't need to. I'll be fine. Let's go ahead and tech mathematics to get additional hammers from my chops. My beautiful, beautiful chops. Go ahead and, let's see, 1, 2, lose your movement. He loses, settler will lose his movement there anyway. So I want to get him as quickly to that side as I can. Still need iron working, though. I'll work on it, folks. Mine get. Good. Overlook this. Alright, and another source of horses down here. Okay, so we can settle a city somewhere down there. Bleh. Great lighthouse. Looks like it'd be fucking useful in a Pangea, given my peninsular start. Just why I want to break out of this. I mean, these aren't 6 great city sites, but they're 5 serviceable city sites. Of course they aren't grade 6, they're not even fucking 6. What the fuck, Grimith? You fucking kidding me? You fucking kidding?